a French destination that is off the beaten path, a place that is brimming with culture, history, and natural beauty, perhaps you're looking for a drink, followed immediately by another and another, and another. If so, you must put the town of Beaune on your travel list. This lovely town is one of the best places to visit in Burgundy and is famous for its world-renowned wine. The town of Beaune offers tourists a wealth of activities to enjoy. Wine lovers will appreciate a visit to the local vineyards where they can sample some of the best wines in the world. History buffs will want to explore the many historical sites in town, including the Hôtel-Dieu and the Notre-Dame churches. Nature enthusiasts can enjoy a hike or bike through the picturesque countryside. Foodies can fill their faces on some of the best cuisine in France, and everyone will enjoy exploring the charming streets and squares of this beautiful town. Wondering what to do in Beaune? There are so many options, but don't worry, Via Travelers is here to help. Subscribe to our channel and keep on watching. If you just have time for a quick stop for a unique photo op, the Grappe de Raisin de Puligny-Montrachet is a lovely spot, perfect for celebrating the beauty of Beaune and the deliciousness of French wine. The Grappe de Raisin de Puligny-Montrachet is an unmissable sculpture, featuring a giant bundle of grapes at an intersection of one of the entrances to Beaune. Go on, whip out the camera and snap a few pics. This mighty grapey marvel is one of the best possible representations of what this lovely village is all about. Beaune is home to a well-preserved historical centre that is full of character. Stroll through the streets and take in the sights of medieval architecture. Be sure to visit the Hôtel-Dieu, which is a 15th century hospital that now houses a museum. You can also walk along the city's ramparts for stunning views of Beaune and the surrounding countryside. And no trip is complete without a stop at one of Beaune's many vineyards. One of the many things to do in Beaune is paying a visit to the Hospices de Beaune, which is a historic hospital complex. Nicolas Rolin built this 15th century masterpiece as to care for Beaune's poor and sick. Today, the Hospices are a museum and a major tourist attraction in Burgundy. Highlights include the absolutely breathtaking 15th century patterned tiled roofed buildings, the ancient hospital wards, and the world-famous painting The Last Judgment by Rogier van der Weyden. As mentioned before, the Hôtel-Dieu was an early hospital complex built in the early 15th century by wealthy philanthropist Nicolas Rolin. Considering it was a hospital, this is easily one of the most stunning examples of architecture in town, and well worth snapping a few pics. The building is constructed around a central courtyard with covered walkways on each side. The roofs are decorated with mesmerizing glazed tile patterns that are beyond delightful. The complex's chapel is located in the middle of the Hôtel-Dieu building. It was consecrated in 1452 and is decorated with 15th century paintings and stained glass windows. The Chapel of Notre-Dame de Bon Secours, or Our Lady of Good Help, is open to visitors year-round. The pharmacy is located on Rue Saint-Jacques near the chapel. It was founded in 1450 and is one of the oldest pharmacies in France. Over the years, the pharmacy has been restored to its original 15th century appearance and houses a fantastic little museum with exhibits on medieval medicine and pharmacy practice. If you're interested in French history or architecture, visiting the Hospices de Beaune is a must. This historic complex consists of several 15th century buildings, including the hospital, chapel, pharmacy, laundries, kitchens, dining hall, and more. Visitors can explore the buildings and grounds at their own pace or take a guided tour available in multiple languages. Don't miss out on this unique opportunity to step back in time. It's worth noting several interior highlights not to be missed when visiting the Hospice. These include the polychrome wood-carved altarpiece by Rogier van der Weyden depicting the Last Judgment from around 1445 to 1450, the large tapestry known as the Story of St. Theodore, which dates from 1485 and depicts the life of St. Theodore of Amasea, and the painting known as the Dance of Death, painted by an unknown artist in 1485 and depicts scenes from the Dance of Death motif. The Ramparts of Beaune are one of the top attractions in this charming town in the Burgundy region. The ramparts are the well-preserved remnant of the medieval fortifications that once surrounded the city. Today, they provide a beautiful walking trail with great views of the town and its surrounding countryside. Here are some of the highlights of the Beaune Ramparts walk. The ramparts are open to the public and make for a great afternoon stroll. The route takes you along the top of the old city walls, past several towers, and through 2 gates. The walk takes about an hour at a leisurely pace, and along the way you'll get sweeping views of Beaune and its red-tiled rooftops, as well as the vineyards that surround the city. You'll also get a sense of what life was like in medieval times, when this was an important stop along trade routes between Switzerland and Italy. There are several highlights not to be missed along the Rampart Walk, including Le Porte de la Rue de la Reine. This is one of only 2 remaining gates in the original fortifications. It's now home to a museum on the history of Beaune's fortifications. The Tour Philippe-le-Bon. This 15th century tower is named for Duke Philippe III, or Philip the Good, who put a lot of money into strengthening Beaune's fortifications. It's now used as an event space and has a small cafe on the ground floor. And lastly, the Clock Tower. This is one of the most iconic buildings in Beaune, with its giant clock face that dates back to 1443. The tower itself is now closed to the public, but it's definitely worth a photo stop. Le Grande Cave de l'Hôtel-Dieu de Beaune is a magnificent historic structure located in the town of Beaune. It was built in the 15th century and has been home to many famous guests over the years, including Marie Antoinette, Napoleon Bonaparte, and King Henry IV of France. It's also known for its art collection, which includes works by Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Raphael. This historic building is one of the most popular tourist attractions in the region and is a must-see for anyone visiting Burgundy. Best of all, it's situated in the heart of Beaune and is within walking distance of all the other major tourist attractions. It is a great place for history buffs, as well as those who appreciate fine art and architecture. Speaking of fine art, the Musée des Beaux-Arts de Beaune is a must-see for anyone visiting this historic wine town. This lovely museum is home to an incredible collection of art and artifacts spanning centuries of European history. In addition to the art, the museum itself is something of a work of art, featuring stunning architecture that is worth the price of admission alone. Here are some highlights to consider. The Musée des Beaux-Arts de Beaune houses one of the finest collections of European art in the region. From ancient Greek sculptures to medieval tapestries, there is something for everyone to enjoy. Even if you're not an ardent art lover, you'll be impressed by the sheer scale and scope of the collection. And if you are an ardent art lover, you'll be in awe of the many masterpieces on display. Last on our list is the Collégiale Notre-Dame, or the Basilica of Our Lady. You simply must not leave Beaune without a stop at this beautiful house of worship. It is a must-see for anyone interested in history, art, or architecture. Construction for the Basilica of Our Lady began in the 13th century, on the site of an earlier church that had been destroyed by fire in the 12th century. The current building is a Romanesque-style church with 3 naves and a transept. It underwent a major renovation in the 19th century and has been well preserved ever since. Today, it is a popular tourist destination and a designated historic monument of France. When you step inside Collégiale Notre-Dame, you'll be blown away by the beauty of the art and architecture. The church is home to numerous stained glass windows, some dating back to the 16th century. The walls are decorated with frescoes and 15th century tapestries, and there are beautiful sculptures throughout the building. Be sure to take some time to admire the church's exterior as well. It's covered in intricate carvings and fantastic stonework. My favourite aspect of the basilica, inside and out however, is the pipe organ, which is simply magnificent. Whether you're interested in history or art, or simply want to explore one of the town's most beautiful buildings, Collégiale Notre-Dame is definitely worth a visit. So, if you're visiting France and are looking for a charming and unique destination to explore, be sure to add Beaune to your travel list. There are plenty of places to visit in Burgundy, and this beautiful town that is so often overlooked is an absolute corker. From exploring the historical sites to sampling the countless delicious wines, Beaune is a town that has something for everyone. So don't hesitate to add it to your travel plans. There's a link to some Beaune tourist attractions in the description below. Remember to subscribe to Via Traveller's channel for more great travel ideas. This is James saying au revoir et toodle pip, and I'll be talking travel with you guys soon.